happy Friday. We're nearly at the weekend. Before you disappear, we've got 4 pieces of news for you in the second episode of the Friday Tech Roundup. So strap yourself in, here we go. Number 1, we've just heard on the grapevine that Google may be in the market to acquire CRM cloud-based giant Salesforce. Now, what's really interesting about this is the timing. So not only does it allow Google the opportunity to leapfrog their competition, Microsoft, but Salesforce are also looking to expand their core services internationally. So what we're seeing here is that Google now has a dedicated space where they can create a cloud platform that helps with both of these objectives. So it's really interesting to see how this develops. Number 2, have you ever been concerned that your Alexa is listening to you at home when you're in the kitchen cooking? Okay, well now take that fear and put it into your business setting. Have you ever thought that somebody could listen in on your Zoom conference call? Well, unfortunately, Checkpoint noticed recently that there was a vulnerability that Zoom conference hadn't spotted. And what this was is that the host hadn't put in place a password that people had to type in before entering that meeting. It meant that people who weren't invited were suddenly allowed to listen in to your conversations. Fortunately, they have jumped on this. So Zoom has redeemed themselves and has put things in place to make sure it doesn't happen again. But it really does flag the importance of looking for those edge cases. And when you're trying to consider security, just making sure that you're looking at all vulnerabilities and not just those which might be really obvious. Number 3, we're back to Forbes and we don't wish to pry on them every week. However, this week they interviewed Anna Sandberg. She heads up continuous improvement over in Volvo. What's super interesting about this interview, she takes a really close look at the transformation program over in Volvo. Now, back in 2017, they decided to go for a scalable, agile framework. And what she does is talk you through how they went about that journey and the good parts and the bad parts. But what's super interesting is she pulls out that they recognized quite early on that they needed to be looking at hardware and software in sync and developing processes and a platform that can support both. So do head over to Forbes, read the article, check out Anna, because it really is worth reading. Number 4, last but not least, but super important for all those security matters, the National Institute of Standards and Technology released new guidelines yesterday on the use of digital identity in authentication and lifecycle management. Long words, I know. However, they have been very kind and they've dubbed it down to NIST for short. This special publication is 800-63B, and what it does is provide guidelines and recommendations on the type of authentication processes that you need to make sure that you can recover things in the events of loss and theft and what you should be doing ahead of that to make sure it doesn't happen in the first place. We've dropped a link below because it's a very long title and there's lots more information in there. And unfortunately, we don't have time to share that all with you today, but the link is below. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 2. We really hope you have a lovely weekend, and we will be joining you again next Friday. As mentioned before, the links for everything we've spoken about today are in the description below. Yeah, if you've got any comments, let us know as well. Take care.